Hello four-wheel drive enthusiasts and welcome to another dirty and dusty episode of Four-Wheel Drive TV. We've got all the normal education this week, plus we've got all of the exciting action from trophy karts in South Australia. Another great episode of Four-Wheel Drive TV, let's kick it off. Tread lightly, keep it safe, play hard. Rick, a great show of vehicles here. It's looking like a fantastic setup. What's planned for the weekend?
2 days of racing, pretty well 3 classes of racing. The juniors, then the seniors, medium class, and then a celebrity race with ex-Australian champions in an off-road celebrity race.
We've got 3 classes, 3 heats per class on the Saturday?
Yes, we do. Junior class, medium adult class, and then the celebrity race.
And it looks like you've got a very diverse field. How many vehicles are lining up to start this weekend?
I think in total we have about 29 vehicles. There's 14 just in the celebrity race alone, another 11 or 12 in the adult 450 class, and I think we have about 7 juniors this weekend.
And how does that make racing a lot harder, more difficult when they're out there in those numbers?
Very close racing. It's hard to keep the water on the track and keep the dust down, so that's an issue, but a lot of fun. You know, the close racing is probably the most exciting part of it.
How's the racing varied across the 3 different classes we've got out there today?
Obviously, it's great to see the kids out there and getting started. And then, of course, the clubbies, we call them, you know, obviously really good drivers. And then to see all the celebrities, Shannon Wrench and Dave Fellows and all of those guys that are Fink Desert race winners and ex-Australian champions, fantastic.
You really have attracted some big names. Who else is here this weekend?
Well, we've got Chris Coulthard, we've got Bo Robinson, we've got Chris Weston from Queensland, Danny Brown from Victoria.
Now, how does pole position vary? Because we see each heat a different pole out there.
What we're trying to do is, over the course of the weekend, we've got 6 heats, 3 heats today, 3 heats tomorrow. We're putting all the celebrities at least on the grid. Over the weekend, what they're doing is they're getting a points score for where they finish in their heat, and then by the end of racing tomorrow, we will then, via the points, put the first person on the grid and then second and third and what have you, and that's the number 7 race for the weekend, which we're calling it the Feature Stampede. That's going to have 20 cars on the track all at the same time, and whoever goes through the finish line, first, second and third, is the people that win.
And how many laps is each heat?
In the juniors, they're only doing 4 laps per heat. Of course, the adult class is 5 laps.
Can you talk to us about some of the specific obstacles out there on the track, because there's some varied terrain?
You know, we've tried to mix it up a little bit. You know, obviously we've got the first jump on the straight there and then the big tabletop. The tabletop's about 27 metres long, which the boys have got to back off quite a bit because otherwise they miss the down route completely. So that's a pretty big jump. We've got some tight corners, which is great. The track is very hard packed, quite slippery, which is a lot of fun for the drivers. Very good driver track. And then, of course, the dippers out the back here, which keeps the boys on their toes a bit as well.
I believe Tony Waitley has built this track. How well suited is it for trophy karts?
It's an excellent track. All the drivers have commented on how good it is and how close the racing is due to the track.
It's a dry, sandy track, but a bit of work's been done to keep the dust down over the weekend.
Tony Waitley, who's the owner of Loveday 4x4 Park, he has the track fully irrigated, so he can turn the sprinklers on in between the heats, which keeps the dust to a minimum.
And a good location for you here in the centre of the Riverland?
Absolutely, the Riverland's a perfect place to have, you know, such an event, and of course the weather up here is always beautiful.
Hi, I'm Greg from Superior Engineering, and today I'd like to talk to you about some common problems found in Nissan Patrol GU and sometimes GQ chassis, where the rear tower braces can actually bend and deform. Sometimes these can deform to a point that they can actually bend up and rub on the chassis or actually tear right off. These issues are often found in Nissan Patrol GUs that run airbags or heavy-duty springs. Once they've added extra accessories, extra fuel tanks, wheel carriers, spare tyres, or are towing even moderate loads, these towers can deform quite easily. This becomes an issue when you have the brake lines and fuel lines mounted just above these towers, and in some cases they can actually bend up and rub on the body. Careful notice should be taken in this area, as the lines that run over the top of the chassis can be worn to the point that they can actually tear through. It's quite easy to check. As you look under the back of the car, you can actually see the two spring towers and the top mounting surfaces. They should be nice and flat and not bent up. You can also check on the outside of the chassis. There is a little bit of rippling there, just make sure that it hasn't deformed too much. If left too long without any bracing, these chassis can actually tear. This chassis tearing can actually add to a massive repair bill. Often this can require massive amounts of welding to the chassis to be repaired. Welding the chassis can, in some states, require engineering approval for the repairs just to get it back to a legal state. The Superior Engineering bolt-on tower brace fixes a lot of these problems. It's fully adjustable and can be fitted on the vehicle with just some basic tools. They can be fitted on most cars, all with ABS lines, brake lines and aftermarket exhaust. The Superior Engineering chassis brace can be fitted on the vehicle. It's completely bolt-on, fully adjustable, and actually puts the loading back into the chassis in the right spot. The bolt-on tower brace is designed to transmit loads back into the main cross members and can be tensioned down for maximum strength. Braces are manufactured from 8mm heavy-duty plate with provision for refitment of airbags and bolting dropout cones. Another option available for utes or wagons with body lifts is the one-piece press section tower brace. This tower brace bolts across the two towers and increases the strength and rigidity in the main rear section. This brace is made from a single heavy-duty folded section plate which bolts into the 8 mounting bolt holes on top of each tower. The one-piece brace system is also available to fit airbags and dropout cones. If you're worried, get out there, have a look at your truck, make sure everything's okay. I'm Greg from Superior Engineering. Thanks for listening.
Get your head inside here quickly. It's time for 4-wheel drive TV.
Holden's toughest 4x4 ever has arrived. Introducing the all-new Holden Colorado 7. It comes with 7 seats as standard and it's loaded with serious off-road grunt. You'll get 3-ton towing and the awesome 470Nm Duramax diesel engine, plus an impressive wading depth and hill descent control, all for the hardcore adventurer. The all-new Holden Colorado 7 is here. Take it off-road at your Holden dealer today.
30-second kitchen, a kitchen in 30 seconds. Fridge slide first. Fridge slide's got 130 kilo tracks in it, so it's nice and tough. Remove the R-clip, don't lose it. Drop the pin, leg locker, kitchen out. Lock kitchen down here, retrieve the R-clip, lock on here, R-clip in. Leg here, pull them together, stove, billy. How good's that, guys? Couldn't ask for quicker.
I'm Chris Weston, off-road racer and owner of Off-Road Rush, and I wouldn't race on anything else than my Mickey Thompson tyres. I trust my Mickey Thompsons at high speed. They can handle wet or dry without any trouble, and that means I can keep racing while the competitors stop to change tyres. Mickey Thompson? No wonder they call them legendary.
Call 1300-MICKEY for your nearest dealer.
Rick, a fantastic day of racing. How's it been for you?
Yeah, been very interesting. A lot of action, that's for sure.
few fairly exciting moments out there today.
Oh, absolutely. When Brad Prout went over, I thought, oh my God, that's fairly spectacular. And then just standing there, and then Shannon Wrench, of course, went over as well. So, yeah, very interesting.
This is your second race here with Trophy Karts in Australia. What is the history of Trophy Karts worldwide?
Well, Trophy Karts first came on the scene in 2006 in California. The owner and designer of Trophy Kart is a guy called Nestor Berardi. And Nestor has actually flown over to Australia for this race because it's, been fairly significant. So yeah, Trophy Karts have been around since 2006. He originally built them for kids, 8-year-olds, 9, 10. But of course then all the big kids, they just want to have some fun as well. So it's progressed quite a bit, obviously up to the 450 class.
And what exactly is a trophy kart?
Well, a trophy kart is a half-scale trophy truck designed in America in 2006. They're just pretty much exactly a half-scale trophy truck.
We're seeing similar suspension with long arms and coiloved shock hoops.
Yeah, exactly. We have 16 inches of travel on the front and 15 inches of travel on the rear, and we have almost the equivalent of a Ford 9-inch diff really in the back end. The diff is built extremely strong, and that's just to handle the horsepower and keep maintenance very low.
They are quite small motors, but it's all about power to weight ratio.
Absolutely. The cars are only 300 kilos, so yeah, the power to weight ratio is very good.
And safety is a critical issue here. What has been put into the vehicles safety-wise?
First of all, you have a full roll cage, which has been engineered here in Australia to full CAM specifications. We have 5-point racing harnesses and, of course, racing seats, which are full length, high back. So yeah, the cars are very, very safe.
What's the variation in the vehicles themselves across the classes?
Well, we have what we call the JR1 class. JR1s are designed for 8-year-olds, 10-year-olds, which have a centrifugal clutch and a small 10 horsepower engine. Then we have the RS200 class, which is a 5-speed gearbox with a 200cc air-cooled engine. And then we have the adult class, or 14 years and upwards for young children. So 450, 5-speed gearbox and 56 horsepower.
As the Australian distributor, you have extensive experience working with the trophy karts, but some of these guest drivers here this weekend, it's their first time in the seat.
Absolutely. Half of these guys have never even seen a trophy kart in their life. Full credit to them, to just be able to come here, jump in a car and race at the pace that they're racing.
They've certainly adapted well from the full-size rigs to the trophy karts. They're putting on quite a show out there.
Oh, absolutely. The likes of Danny Brown and, of course, Bo Robinson, which drive trophy trucks all year round in race season, Think Desert Race, and, of course, at Holden, Western Australia. For those guys, yeah, they're just doing a great job, yeah.
And you happy with how the rigs have held up over the weekend?
Oh, absolutely. The cars have been fantastic. I think the tailwind today probably hindered how they were going off the jumps as far as nosediving a little bit. Last year when we did it, it was the opposite. The wind was coming up the hill and the noses were sitting up quite a bit. But yeah, the cars have held up to it pretty well.
Guys, nothing better than being out in the great outdoors, sitting up for a night of camping after a fantastic day of four-wheel driving, but you always want to have a fire. Now you want to make things simple, and as four-wheel drivers, we certainly love our gadgets. And I brought along a little toy in my magic bag here that should help us with the fire. Let's go and get set up. Well, here's some firewood that we prepared earlier. Well, in actual fact, Big Alan Johnson dragged this in with his four-wheel drive. He's off getting some more firewood now. We're going to have a raging inferno. Not really, a nice controlled campfire tonight. But 12-volt power, nice and handy. Let's see how it goes. Well, it might not have been the quickest way to cut firewood, but it was a lot of fun. Nothing wrong with having 12-volt quality gear out here. Some power tools, blokes love them.
Hi, I'm Grant Sebastian, and this is my rig, a 2007 Land Rover Discovery 3. I only had it about 2 years now. Mostly bought it for towing a big caravan so we can get the family out and have a bit of fun. I recently put on a bull bar, got some rock sliders on it, changed the plastic sump to a steel sump and an oil transmission cooler, done an ECU upgrade for towing the caravan, recently done a wheel carrier and a long-range tank's about to go on there so we can get better range when we go out bush towing the caravan. It's got a UHF radio. It's a pretty fantastic thing. It gets up and gets going and we really enjoy it. We as a family love getting into it. We recently just completed a trip up to Queensland and Fraser Island. It was fantastic going along the beach, throwing water everywhere as we went along. The kids love it. They've got lots of space in the back. Like, I've got 4 kids. We all have a good time in it. The wife gets to drive it every so often. We're going to be doing another trip at Christmas. Strangely enough, we're going to Alice Springs with the caravan. So it's going to be hot, but we're pretty sure this thing's going to be able to make it. We're going to have a lot of fun.
Announcements on the next Your Rig trip and how you could be the weekly rig will be made shortly. And this week's Your Rig has won. It's an electric blue span set snatch strap, a Super Mini Booster 12 volt 180 amp hour jump starter, a four-wheel drive road atlas thanks to HEMA, plus a massive HEMA map of Australia, a comprehensive Holden 4x4 recovery kit, an ARB jacket, a can of ARB emergency survival socks, an ARB Ariel stuffed toy, an ARB Forby, a drink bottle and travel mug from ARB, 2 copies of Wild Deer and Hunting Adventures magazine, 2 copies of Blitz Australia Martial Arts magazine, a copy of 4x4 Australia magazine, a copy of Dirt Comp magazine, one of the new Oricom 5-watt handheld UHFs, a magnetic rifle rest from Eagle Eye Hunting, a Nava USB power cup, a Donaldson diesel fuel filter kit for added inline filtration and protection, a bottle of Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, a pair of smart scissors from Kiesler Knives Australia, a stubby of Bundaberg ginger beer, a Toyota Land Cruiser Legend DVD from Terrain Tamer, a Berrima diesel cap, Superior Engineering cap, Superior Engineering stubby holder, a Carry Boy cap, an emergency gear oil pack from 360 gearboxes and diffs, an emergency ration of Ocean Delight tuna and a pair of 4-wheel drive TV small stickers. And it's all neatly wrapped up in an ARB carry bag.
I'd like to thank Simon and Miranda and all the sponsors for everything they've done and the prize packs. It's been a really good day. It's been nice to talk with Simon and Andrew from Berrima Diesel. Thanks very much. It's been a good day.
Get your head inside here quickly. It's time for 4-wheel drive TV.
The next generation of shock absorbers is here. Leading the way in 4x4 suspension development, Old Man Emu introduces the most advanced and finely tuned shock absorber on the market. Nitro Charger Sport incorporates a new valving system that instantly adapts to all terrain for an outstanding smooth ride and phenomenal control. Backed by a 3-year, 60,000 kilometre warranty, you can trust Nitro Charger Sport, built in Australia for Australian conditions.
With nearly 100 years experience in designing and manufacturing heavy-duty filtration, Donaldson is one of the most trusted brands in the market and our filters meet or exceed OEM specification. Originally developed for 4-wheel drives on mine sites, Donaldson's range of 4-wheel drive filters will perform in even the toughest environment, giving you peace of mind that you are buying the best and the most reliable filter for your vehicle and backed by a full manufacturer's warranty. Donaldson, tough filters for tough environments. When you need your manual gearbox rebuilt, don't start in reverse. Get it geared up right the first time with the team from 360 Gearboxes. As Australia's premium gearbox and diff specialist, 360 use the world's best gears, shafts, bearings and seals. 360 offer a guaranteed and quality changeover and A1 customer service. If your manual is grinding, crunching, sticking or blowing, demand the best 360 Gearboxes, a fast, reliable and high quality rebuild. For more info, visit 360gearboxesdiffs.com.au. Hayden Bentley, one of Australia's top off-road racers. How has this event been for you so far?
Oh, it's been a blast. A lot of fun. A lot of learning curves for a lot of drivers. You know, we used off-road cars, totally different to this, but yeah, it's fantastic. Get out there and have a bit of fun and watch the kids motor around. What a great weekend.
You've had extensive motorsport experience. When have you ever been to an event where kids are racing, parents are racing the same race?
We're loving it. Kids wander around in the pits with their karts. You know, we're all here together. I mean, this is what family motorsport's all about. Perhaps some other forms of off-road can learn from that and try and make it family friendlier. No, it's great. It's just a fantastic weekend for a family.
From a spectator point of view, the track is all very close together. It's easy to view.
Yeah, look, venue here is great. You know, crowd can stand and watch the whole race, not miss anything. Set up with sprinklers, the whole venue. You know, fantastic, great weekend all round.
Danny Brown in the Monster Energy truck. How's today been for you?
Yeah, no, it's been awesome fun. It's a bit of a difference from what we normally race in the trophy trucks, but it's killer out here, the short course and bar-to-bar racing. It's real good fun.
Big size and weight difference?
Funnily enough, it feels identical to drive to the trophy truck. Like everything the trophy truck will do, these things will do, proportionately sized, of course. Yeah, awesome fun.
How's the setup of the suspension on these vehicles?
Surprisingly, really, really good. There's jumps down here, 80-foot jumps, 90-foot jumps. They take him in their stride, which is awesome.
What's your favourite part of the course?
Oh, any of the tight turns, anything where you're battling with anyone, the whole track's awesome fun. So anytime you're close with someone, it's killer.
And how about the different obstacles out there?
Yeah, there's a bit of everything out there. We've got big tabletops, we've got step-ups and whoops and big dippers. So yeah, there's a bit of everything. It's awesome.
An illustrious career with off-road racing full size. How's this weekend been for you?
No, I had a ball actually. Like, I'm so lucky to get an invite from Rick and Trophy Kart Australia to come here and race these things. Like, they're unbelievable fun.
Definitely not the big kilometres that you're used to with the full size rigs. How's this track been for you?
Oh, it's unreal. Can't believe how good they jump on that. You know, the corner speed and braking and all that. Took a while to get the hang of it, but by the end of the weekend, we got it sorted and yeah, I was having a ball.
Tony Waitley, a big weekend of Trophy Kart Australia action here. Very different though to what the park's used to.
Oh, this is great. Something new here. Very exciting. Been working on it for 18 months now with Rick, and tell you what, it's a bloody winner, I reckon.
Congratulations on a fantastic track, fantastic event. We look forward to seeing Trophy Kart Australia back here at the Loveday 4x4 Adventure Park soon.
We're working on some bigger and bigger and bigger and better things with Trophy Kart Australia, so keep your eyes peeled.
Congratulations, Rick, on a massively successful weekend. What are your thoughts now that it's finished?
First of all, really happy the way it went. Absolutely awesome weekend, yep.
And talk us through that last heat. It was a doozy.
Absolutely. I mean, through the weekend, you know, the boys had to work their way to the positioning of the last heat. I'm a bit speechless, to tell you the truth. It was fantastic.
Who were some of the standout drivers over the weekend for you?
Oh, well, absolutely the Stig. I mean, he's a local boy, but I tell you what, he can steer a car. Danny Orrick is an ex-Australian off-road champion. You know, say no more. I mean, the results speak for itself. Travis Milburn, he just had a bit of bad luck on the second last corner, I think, spun out.
And young Toby Waitley showed some skills.
Toby Waitley is a star. There's no question with Toby. For one thing, he can drive or ride anything. And as far as trophy karts, he just demonstrated that Toby's going to be a world champion and he will end up in America racing trophy karts.
Now, all the cars looked fantastic Saturday morning. None of the drivers backed off though. They were in there for real, weren't they?
Oh, absolutely. There was a bit of carnage earlier. You know, the guys are all keen at the beginning of the race, and I was actually quite relieved to see them settle into some good hard racing today.
Now, what'll be the move for you for Trophy Kart Australia moving forward after this event?
You know, tracks are starting to pop up around Australia, one coming to New South Wales and probably the next one in Perth.
And back again here at Loveday sometime soon?
Later on in the year, back here at Loveday, and of course a new track going in at Port Pirie as well.
And if people need more information on Trophy Karts, where can they find that?
Go on the Trophy Kart Australia website. It's getting updated all the time with the drivers and the competitions and how to join the club, etc.
Thank you very much for having us here, and congratulations on a big weekend.
Thank you very much, Simon, and big thank you to Tony Waitley from Loveday 4x4 Park.
Well, seriously, how good does this vehicle look? A fully kitted out dual cab Hilux with Australia's leading 4x4 accessories. Thanks to ultimate four-wheel drive equipment from Perth, Canning Vale, you can win this vehicle. It's worth almost $100,000. This is real, guys. This vehicle worth almost $100,000 will be given away later this year. In fact, they've asked me to pick the winning prize at the Perth Four Drive and Adventure Show in November. Stay tuned for more information. An illustrious career with off-road racing full size. How's this weekend been for you? And how'd the vehicle compare to a full-size one?
It's kind of halfway between full-size vehicle and racing motocross, basically, which I've had a bit of a motocross background, and to be going around a track like this on four wheels instead of two is, it's heaps more fun, I reckon.
Well, what does it mean to you to actually take out the entire event?
I mean, it was more fun for us, I think, to get everyone here, to get all the top off-roaders here. It's a good effort to get everyone here for this weekend. And as far as winning goes, that's just part of it, I suppose. I'm just thankful to be here.
You had some of Australia's top drivers here and they certainly weren't backing off. They were pushing you hard.
Yeah, that's what they reckon. Like, it's a bit different being in the car. It doesn't feel that rough and fast in the car as it looks from the outside, so they say. But a few of the spectators have told us that it was unreal to watch, which is good.
Congratulations on winning the Trophy Kart Australia Celebrity Race.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Viewers, thank you for tuning in, and don't forget next week's episode, the final for this series, we will be announcing all of the winners of the series prizes. And if you haven't got your entries in, check the website fourwheeldrivetv.com.au for all the information. I'm Simon Christie. Thanks for joining us. Tread lightly, keep it safe, play hard. I look forward to your company next week.